Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Weekly Report. For Randall Riley, I'm Joshua Miller. Now, before we jump into today's report, don't forget we have a brand new episode of Digging Deeper debuting online tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. To watch the premiere and the live Q&A session that follows, just click the link provided below. Now, let's get to the report. This week in job board searches and clicks. Searches rose by 7% week over week, fell by 12% month over month, and were up 9% year over year. Clicks saw gains across the board. There were increases of 13% week over week, 8% month over month, and 31% year over year. This week in freight. Total load postings increased by 1% week over week, with dry van postings rising by 8%. Refrigerated increased by 2%, while flatbed dipped by 1% week over week. Truck availability shot up by 15% week over week as the overall load to truck ratio fell to its lowest level since all the way back in November of 2020. Spot rates inched up by 1 cent per mile week over week, and that brings the total spot rate just 8 cents below the record posted at the end of June 2021. However, the rate excluding fuel is still 40 cents below that record. Dry van rates rose by 1 cent as refrigerated increased by 5 and flatbed rates fell by 2 cents per mile week over week. And before we get to the story of the week, don't forget, keep reminding you, CVSA's road check event is set for May 17th to 19th, so you can expect the spot market to be affected during this time, as many drivers will just take time off to avoid the hassle. So just keep that in mind as we approach those dates. Now, the story of the week. Rising interest rates could actually help drive down used equipment values, or prices, rather. We have seen the cost of used equipment skyrocket as OEMs have continued to struggle to meet the demand for new trucks and trailers. Used truck prices have effectively doubled in the last year, while used trailer prices have shot up by nearly triple. And moving forward, industry leaders are not expecting the build rates to increase throughout 2022. There could be a sliver of hope, though, as the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes could help bring the costs down. Last week, the short-term interest rate was increased by 0.5%, which also happens to be the biggest single hike in more than 2 decades. The hope is that the increase will help correct the asset inflation we've been experiencing. Fleets are encouraged to step up their fleet maintenance and shift to a multi-supplier approach as the new equipment is increasingly difficult to find. With high prices and equipment constraints expected to continue, maintaining currently owned equipment has become paramount. No single equipment supplier has enough product available, which is why so many fleets have been forced to contact multiple suppliers to source the equipment needed. And that does it for this week's report. You can download your own copy of all the data we covered today in PDF form, available in the YouTube description or in the body of the page if you're watching over on our Randall Riley site. Both are found below. That link to register for the Digging Deeper premiere happening tomorrow, which covers TikTok, is also available down there. So if you haven't already, click it and sign up to check out the latest episode and get to view the exclusive live Q&A session. We look forward to you joining us next week as we take another look back so that you can move forward. Until then, have a great week, everybody.